Okay, we are doing Word Chapter 3. So start by starting Word. Okay, if you're not already, go ahead and maximize your screen. Turn on your paragraph marks. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change our theme colors. So we're going to go to our change styles. Okay, we're going to go to our colors. Okay, we're going to pull down and we're going to choose executive. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our page layout. We're going to change our margins. We want to choose moderate. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create our letterhead. So we're going to start by inserting a shape. So we're going to go to our insert. Okay, on our shapes, we're going to pull it down. We're going to choose our rounded rectangle. Okay, we're going to draw a rectangle. Okay, in our rectangle size, we're going to make sure our size is about 0.5 by 7. Okay, with our rectangle still selected, we're going to go to our shape styles. We're going to pull it down. Okay, we're going to choose our intense effect brown accent 4. Okay, we're going to go to our rectangle. We're going to right click. We're going to choose add text. Okay, in our add text, we're going to choose, we're going to go ahead and caps lock that. We're going to type Heartland Tractor Club. Heartland Tractor Club. Okay, then we're going to select our text. Okay, select all your text. Then we're going to go to our Home tab. Okay, we're going to choose our increase or our grow font button. Okay, you can also choose Control and your right arrow key. And we're going to grow our font until it's 22. 16, 18, 20, 22. Okay, and then we're going to pull down our font type. And we're going to do Seago. And we're going to do Seago Script. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change our text wrapping. So with our, we're going to click on the outer outline of our object. We're going to choose Format. We're going to choose Wrap Text. And we're going to choose In Front of. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to choose the paragraph below. Okay, we're going to choose the paragraph below. And what we're going to do is we're going to do clip art, insert clip art. Okay, we want to insert a tractor. So we're going to, in our search for, we're going to type tractor. We're going to click on go. We want to choose the first picture. And we just want to click on it to enter that picture. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to change the size. So we're going to go up to our size. We can close this. We're going to go and we're going to click on our size dialog box launcher. Okay, we want to change the scale of the size. Make sure your lock aspect ratio and relative to original size are checked. We're going to change this to 35% and choose OK. That's just going to make that smaller. Okay, so it's 35% of the original size. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the color of our picture. So we're going to pull it down and we're going to choose this one right here, our orange accent color 3 dark. Okay, we're going to change that color. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to set our transparent color. Okay, I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see what we're doing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set our transparent color. Oops, sorry. Set our transparent color. We're going to pull down color, choose set transparent color. And what we want to do is we want to choose this lighter color right here, this lighter brown. Okay, so we're just going to click on that lighter brown color. And what that's going to do is it's going to set that lighter brown color as our transparent color. So what we want to do next is we want to adjust the brightness and the contrast of our graphic. So what we want to do is we want to do our select our corrections. And we want to go right here to our brightness, -20%, and our contrast, -20%. And we're just going to select that. Okay, and it just changes the color of it ever so slightly, ever so slightly. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to change the border color of our graphic. So we're going to go to our picture border, and we're going to select this color right here, our brown accent 4 darker 50%. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to change our object's text wrapping. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to change our wrap text and change it to wrap in front of text. Okay, next we want to move this and put it right here on top of our picture. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to copy our graphic. Okay, so you can go to your Home tab and you want to copy. Okay, and I'm just going to make this smaller again so we can see our whole header. Okay, and you want to paste. And we're going to take that and we're going to put it on the other side. Okay, and the next thing with our graphic still selected, we're going to go to Format. And we're going to rotate. We're going to flip horizontally so it's turned so that it's the opposite direction. Okay, and you can see now that they're opposite each other. Okay. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we want to go down to our paragraph right below our graphic. Okay, we want to click on our center button, okay, to center our text. Okay, we want to click the font color button and we want to select our font color orange accent 3 darker 50%. Okay, we want to type our address 323 Pine Avenue, Raber, Oklahoma 74877. Okay, then we want to press the space. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert a symbol. So we're going to go to the Insert. We're going to go to Symbol. Now, this is the symbol that we want to insert. Now, you may not have that symbol showing up here. If you don't, you're going to go to More Symbols. Okay, now what you can do is you can look for the symbol here. Okay, if you don't see the symbol, you can go down here and in the character code you can type 2022 and that will identify the symbol for you, and you just type Insert and then you can close and type a space. Okay, then we're going to continue typing phone. Oops. 476 555 9384 and then a space, and then we're going to insert that symbol again. So now it should be up here in these. Okay, if it's not, you can go to More Symbol again, and it should be in these recently used symbols because you just used it. Okay, and space, and we're going to put our web address. Web address, and our web address is www.hltclub.com. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a line, a border on the bottom of the paragraph. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our home. in our paragraph group, we're going to put a bottom border. Okay, bottom border should be the default. If it's not, you can pull it down. We're going to choose bottom border. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to go back. We want to hit our enter key to go down to the next line. Now what that's going to do is it's going to move our bottom border down. To get it back, we're just going to go back to normal. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to shift it back up underneath our address. Okay, now we don't want this as a hyperlink because this is going to be printed out. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click and we're going to choose remove hyperlink. Okay, now on this paragraph, what we want to do is we want to change this paragraph to a no spacing paragraph. Okay, and what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and we want to save this. So we're going to go to File, Save As, and where did we want to save this as? We want to save this as our Heartland letterhead. Heartland letterhead. Okay, now we're not going to save this as docx. We're going to save this as a template. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to save it as a .x. DOTX, Word template. Okay, I'm going to save that to my desktop, and I'm going to save. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to close that. Okay, we don't want to save anything on our clipboard. Now, you see what this does is it saves it with this orange bar at the top. That indicates that this is a template. Okay, so whenever you want to open up something and use your letterhead, you would open up the template. So let's go ahead and open up our template. Okay, now note that this is a template. So if we're going to actually do this, now notice that it says that it opens as document 1. Okay, this is a template. This is not actually a document. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a save as. Okay, and we want to save this as a letterhead. So we're going to save this as let's see. We're going to save this as Heartland advertisement letter. Okay, and notice that when we're saving it now, it doesn't save it as a .x, it saves it as a docx, okay, with a C. So this is saving it as a document. So let's go ahead and save that. Now let's look at our desktop. Now see, here's our letterhead. That's a template. Again, that's a template. Oops, I saved that as I didn't save that as my desktop. File, save as. Let me save that to my desktop. Okay, here is my letter. Okay, notice my letter does not have that orange bar at the top. Here's my letterhead. Notice my letterhead opens up as document 2. Okay, this opens up as a blank document. Okay, if I want to save this, I need to save it as a new name. Okay, that's what a template does. Okay, so go ahead and open up our Heartland advertising letter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to type our letter. Okay, now this is a document, not a template. Okay, notice the difference between a document and a template. Okay, now make sure that your ruler is displayed. If your ruler is not displayed, let's go ahead and display it now. We display our ruler above our vertical scroll bar, okay, by clicking on our View Ruler toggle button. Okay, so let's make sure that it's displayed. And let's set a custom left tab. Okay, our left tab, make sure that it looks like an L. Notice if we change that, that's a center tab, a right tab, a decimal tab, a bar tab. Okay, a bar tab. Okay, make sure it's a left tab. Sorry. And then we're going to set a tab at the 4. Okay, just go into our 4 and let's click. Okay, let's go ahead and hit our enter key so that we have a blank line, and then we have our line that we're going to type on. Go ahead and hit our tab. Notice it goes all the way over to that 4 location. Let's go to our insert, and we're going to insert a date and time. Okay, we're going to use this one, our 13 September 2011, or whatever date it happens to be when you're working on this project. Notice that we have this update automatically. We don't want to click on that. What that's going to do is every time you open your letter, it'll automatically update. You don't want it to do that, okay, unless you want it to automatically update every time you open the letter. If you do that every time you open the letter, it'll change. If you want it to always be the date that you type the letter, don't click that. Okay, we don't want to click that. Leave that blank. Okay, and then we're going to hit our enter key. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to leave 2 blank lines. Okay, so you should have 3 paragraph markers, and we want to enter our header, or we want to enter our address. Okay, so Mr. Harvey Wilcox, Wilcox Tractor Restorations, 3009 North, 3009 North, 2850 East Road. That is a weird address. Roundwood, Oklahoma, 74519. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to click right here before the Wilcox. We're going to hold down our Shift key, and we're going to click after the S. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to get that paragraph marker. Still holding our Shift key down, we're going to hit our back arrow once, because we don't want to get that S in there. We're going to go up to our, actually what we're going to do is we're going to right click. No, we're going to go to Quick Parts. And we're going to do Save Selection to Quick Part Gallery. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change this to WTR. Okay, and we're going to choose OK. Now, Wilcox Tractor Restorations is now a Quick Parts. Okay. Then we're going to go here, and we're going to use that later, so just hold on. And we're going to start typing, Dear Mr. Wilcox. And we're going to hit our Enter key twice. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to modify a building block. If you have to modify a building block, what we're going to do is you can go to Quick Parts. And there's WTR. I actually have 2 of them. And you can go to Edit Properties. Okay, and you can change whatever information you have. So here I'm going to add a description. I'm going to put in potential advertiser. And I'm just going to put OK. And then when you get this pop-up box, do you want to redefine? You're just going to put yes. Okay, now we're going to learn how to use that here in just a second. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to type. We're going to start typing. We are delighted you are considering advertising your business. And then we're going to type that quick part, WTR. Now, hit the F3 key, F3. And what it does is, look at that, Wilcox Tractor Restorations. There it is right there. Matches up. Wilcox Tractor Restorations, and now we're just going to keep typing in, and we're going to Control I, Heartland. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a non-breaking space. So we're going to do Control, hold down the Control key, hold down the Shift keys, press space. Now notice you get that little dot right there. That's the same thing as a space, but it's a non-breaking space. So instead of going across lines, watch if I do a regular space. Heartland Tractor Magazine. Okay, now look at how it goes across two lines. Now watch if I do a non-breaking space. I'm going to do the same thing. Control Shift Space, Tractor. See how what it does is it keeps those words together. Okay, so that's what that does. Control I to put it back to normal. And, sorry, comma, R, Control I, Our Monthly Magazine. Oops, Our Monthly Publication for tractor enthusiasts. The table below outlines advertisement rates per monthly issue. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to enter a table. Okay, so if you don't know how many rows you need for a table, so what we're going to do is we're going to save it first. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to enter 2 spaces. Okay, and we're going to enter a table. So insert. Now we know we need 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we don't know how many rows we need. Okay, we know we need 5 columns. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 columns. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start entering our data into our columns. So we need type, we need dimensions, we need word count, we need photo count, and we need cost. Okay, now when you hit the tab key, it automatically enters a new row. So we're going to go ahead and fill in the rest of the information. So we have a 9-inch by 7 inch, and our word count is 800, and our photo count is 4, and our price on that would be $6.50. And then our next one is going to be a half page, and the size on that is going to be a 4.5 inch by 7 inch, and our word count on that is going to be a 400, and our photo count is going to be 2, and our cost on that one is going to be $3.50. And then we're going to do a quarter page, and the size on that is going to be 4.5 inches by 3.5 inches, and the word count is going to be 200, and the photo count is going to be 1, and we're going to do $225 on that one, and then a business card size, and the size on that is going to be 2.25 inches by 3.5 inches, and it's going to be 100 words, and no pictures, and $125. Okay, so now we have our picture, so our table filled in. So now what we have to do is we have to add our style to it. So we're going to do this style right here, our medium grid 3 accent 4. Okay, so now we have the way that we want it to look. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is we want to make the sizing on it correct. So what we're going to do is with our table selected, we're going to go to our layout tab, and what we're going to do is we're going to auto fit our contents. Okay, so now what it does is it fits all the contents to the table so that they match up. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to select these 3 columns, or these 4 columns, excuse me, and we're going to change the alignment on them. So we're going to align top center. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to align the whole table. We want to align the whole table to the center of the page. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the whole table by selecting, up here in the corner you see there's this little selection tool. So we're going to select that. We're going to go to the Home tab, and we're going to center the whole table. Notice that it centers the whole table. It doesn't center the words in the table. It centers the whole table in the page. Okay, it centers the whole table in the page. Okay, now let's say for a minute that you wanted to add a new row in the in your table. You realize that you wanted to add a row above this row. What you could do is go into the layout and insert a row above. Okay? Then if you want to merge the cells, you could do this. Okay? If you wanted to split the cells, you can do this and identify how many cells you wanted to split it into. Okay? And what we could do is we can add monthly issue advertising rates. Okay? And we can go beyond, below that, and we can add more text. Please note that additional fees will be assessed if the word or photo counts exceed the limits listed above. We offer word or photo count. We offer the following discounts. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a bulleted list. Now, here's something really cool. Okay? If you do an asterisk, okay, do an asterisk, and then press the space bar, it automatically makes a bullet. Automatically makes a bullet. Okay, so then I'm going to do 10%, 10% discount for any advertisement that runs in 3 consecutive issues. And then, let's see, 5% discount for a camera-ready advertisement prepared using Microsoft Word at the proper size and with all words and photos in final layout form, and 3% discount if payment in full is submitted with order. All right, cool. So now, if you press enter, it's automatically going to stop your bullets. And then you can add more text. If you press enter again, we're going to go ahead and put a, let's see, did we want a space? Yeah, we wanted a space. And we're going to put 4 further details or to place your advertisement. Please contact Darla Goldman at 476-555-9839 or via email at dgoldman@hltclub.com. We look forward to running an advertisement for Wilcox, and then you can do this WTR, right, and F3. There we go. And then tab, and then we have that. Remember, we have the tab up here, so that's going to line it up to the date. Remove your hyperlink here. Sincerely, Frank Urbanjic, president. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to save your document. Okay, the next thing that you want to do is you want to create an envelope. Okay, we want to create an envelope for your document. Okay, so we're going to save your document. You can turn off your paragraph marks if you want to see how it looks when it's done. You can get rid of your you can see how that table looks. You can see that table looks really nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the top. We're going to select this part here, the address. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our mailings label. Okay, mailings here, and we're going to select envelopes. Okay, here it has the delivery address. What you want to do is you want to do your envelope and you can leave the return address blank if you want to. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add the envelope to your document. Add to document. Okay, you would leave the envelope address blank if, let's say, you were printing it on an envelope that has a letterhead printed on the top. And what this does is it creates an envelope. If you want to scroll down, go to your View menu, View, One Page, you can see this creates an envelope. See, nice envelope, and it just adds it to the document. Okay, you can see your whole document here. Okay, so it adds it to the top of your document. Okay, when you're done, go ahead and save it. And that's all there is to it.